morning, viewers. Welcome to Global Entertainment News Breakfast Show, your daily dose of news and updates. I am your host, Bella, and joining me on the studio today are
Bisola.
And seven.
we are taking today's top story from Vanguard and Punch newspaper. Be sure to join. Today's top story from Punch. Nigerian, China plans collaboration on military training arms production. China announced $1 billion yuan grant for Nigerians orders to train over 7,000 military personnel. The federal government says it is deepening its security partnership with the People's Republic of China for local arms production and military training. It says this forms part of a broader strategy to tackle terrorism and other forms of insecurity within and outside its border.
Well, to me, I believe this is a good idea for the Nigerian government to partner with China when it comes to military training and arm production. But my problem now is that this 3 billion naira given by China,
One
One
billion,
billion.
one
one
billion.
billion.
Yeah.
My problem, what I always have with the country is that we don't know how to manage
Manage
funds. These funds now might as well come into Nigerians' pocket already, Nigerian account already. But for them to now implement that, that's when you start seeing tribalism in so many faces. You start saying, this is the kind of people I want to go for the training. Those that have people
It's
inside the
connection,
military,
though. They'll put their family
those that have
there.
people inside the military want to say, okay,
Their
you go
generations.
for this training, you go for this training, you don't go for this training. But people start, even military personnel will start paying some of amount for them to get that training.
Exactly.
That's something about the country, and it's also a good idea. I tell you, it's a good idea. China partnering with Nigeria for military. All those they are cheat.
No, I pray
It's
they
not
implement
no
it.
that
It's not
one that
about
one
that.
is different. That one is different. That one is about kung fu, and this one is we are talking about.
No, it's also the training now.
It's
They
not
will
part
give
of the
everything
training. This is a
together.
kung fu.
Do everything
Everything is not
together.
about shooting gun. That's why I love China and America. They will not only show you only how to shoot gun. They will show you how to, when it comes to
How
combat,
to fight with
combat
your
also and everything.
Yeah.
And you get this.
okay.
These are the training Nigerian soldiers need.
We're only hoping for this should actually happen. That is what we are hoping on that date. Come up with this kind of a scam form of a thing. Like they should just put us on the scam form, and then we'll just be like, Nigeria is planning something better for the citizen. Then the next thing, the government will just blow up on our face, and then we find out that all those things that they were actually been planning, it hasn't actually worked out in
At all,
any way.
like-
It hasn't worked out in any way, and then we are just like, Nigeria, don't do this to us, don't do this to us. You can imagine about the how will I say, the Nigerian airline and the rise pillar rate that they actually did. All that was comes out being scam, and then we just like, why is our leaders taking us like this? They're actually taking us in the form of that we don't know what we are doing. We can't comprehend some stuff
Once they
together.
say, we believe.
Yes, they just wanted to bring it on the news, and then the
That's
next thing
all.
it happened. It doesn't even happen.
It doesn't happen.
It's just the
Like
news.
this kind of stuff, I pray it happens. That's why I'm like, I pray they implement it.
Exactly, because it's going to go, because there's a whole lot of insecurity that is happening in Nigeria, and then we need to tackle that. And moving on, Afenifere Iboho offers support as police squad combat Southwest bandits. Following the alarm raised by the Governor Sheyi Makinde of Oyo State, security agencies in the southwest have interfered strategy arms at stemming the influx of, as well as the rooting out bandits anywhere in the zone. Acknowledging that Makinde was the chief security officer of Oyo State, hence must have been well briefed. Both the police and the Amatekum says they were not taken lightly Makinde disclosure that bandits fleeing from the northwest to Oyo State as their new abode.
This issue is an issue we've been fighting for so many for up to
First, it was
now.
Lapuas.
Now,
It's another thing. We don't even know their name.
bandits they don't even come outside say this is their name because bandits I think they feed on going from one town to another, taking things that are not theirs.
Killing
And all
people.
If you interrupt them with chew,
Yeah.
that is just their own thing. But say they are not the types that will say okay they want to kidnap one particular person and ask for ransom. They don't do that.
Exactly.
Their own is just go from one town to a town, kidnap people, use them for their own selfish interests. They can go to town, kidnap the girls there, take them to their camp. Any able man there will take them away, train them how to hold gun and join them also. It's I think the combating this bandits should be the first thing in the minds of the Oyo State government.
To me, I
Exactly.
feel they work on information,
Yeah.
and it is a planned
Yeah,
work
true.
because all of a sudden you hear they leave
The
a
question
state,
is
they
that
go to another state.
how did they actually flee from the northwest to the southwest without the security agency on the checkpoint? You
Exactly,
won't
and
find
their
out,
funniest part,
they
they are
are
traveling on
traveling.
the road. That's the funniest part.
To them, to them it's very easy. If you have an informant in a particular place, there are so many things you can do with
Exactly.
it.
So they feed on
Just
information.
imagine people coming from the north. I also heard of an I think that should be last year or 2 years ago where all these trucks that come from the north that brings rice, that bring cow, people actually hide under all
Order,
these things.
yeah.
Wow.
They hide when they get checkpoints, they look for somewhere to hide. They hide inside bag.
Because how
Oh
many
my
will the
God.
police or the custom drop down? Before they even drop like 10,
You
they
know
are
the
tired
Yeah,
already.
if they don't hide under the bag, they'll hide their weapons, everything. They put everything inside sack. They hide so many things. And the cow don't know that
that
is there.
is why that like when you wanted to actually do something like the security agency, you really need to go into a thorough training, because and at the same time when you're traveling, you as an ordinary citizen that is traveling, you witness some kind of activities that those
Lots.
security agency, that when the driver is passing, they just wanted to dip their hand inside the driver's seat and then collect money and let them go. They don't even wanted to care what is inside the bus. All they just want, they are interested in is that, Oga, you never see me today. Oh.
The issue is that if they care what some of them think if they care what is inside there, at the end of the day, after they take these people to the station, they don't have any thought in it.
Apart from that,
It is the order at the top that will have all the credits. Those that are on the street that do this search and everything, they will credit them. They will have to credit the person on the top. Just imagine me as a low sergeant now. I caught one particular criminal or smuggler doing something bad, and I report them to my oga. The next day you see them in the news. They will be the only one having that press conference. Then we fought really hard and we call these people. The credit will go to the person having that press conference, and them on that them that did that search by themselves. There's nothing going to them. So they feel if they are on the road, the money they collect from the road is their own money. They feed their family with it.
and apart from that, they are not standing alone. Like, how will I put it? They are not standing ordinarily. Because for them to just go scot free like that, apart from information, they are not standing alone.
And most of them will use it.
Exactly.
Those things needed to be tackled as well, because we really need to fight insecurity in the country, because this thing is becoming rampant. It's going from one state to the
To
other,
another.
and that is the concern of the government. And moving on, Senate grills finances minister over subsidy savings debt servicing. The Senate on Thursday took on the Ministers of Finance and Coordinating Ministers of the Economic, Wole Edun, over how much the federal government has saved and spent since the removal of fuel subsidies in June 2023. Edun, who appears before the Senate for the defense of the 2025 budget, was also taken to task on how much the federal government is spending on the debt servicing. In a dramatic move, however, the minister, who appeared to be unprepared for this question, hurriedly requested a closed door session with the lawmaker to provide answers.
Imagine the minister of the country.
He has to hurriedly
Because he was not prepared for it.
for the
The
answers.
minister of
He
our
was not
country, for
prepared
that
for.
matter.
Yes.
Something
God.
something you were asked to do. Most of all these
It's not how
posts,
to, he did it.
so most of all these posts, it's not a post that was imposed on them already.
They
Exactly.
want
Something
to.
something they volunteer. No, it's not even a voluntary job. Most of these ministers job, there are so many people aligned before they actually pick you. But most of them even have their own campaign. Doing
Exactly.
something you said you wanted to do. Now you're giving you the job to do it. Now you're telling me you're not prepared
And
to
to
answer
give
the
account,
questions. Like,
of how the money
but
was
you're
being spent.
prepared to spend the money. You're prepared to
Exactly.
embezzle the money.
Yes. they're fit in spending the money when it comes to it, but they don't have the actual account of what is being spent because it's being spent on their lifestyle.
What pains me about
Nigeria,
this
my
country is that
country.
every day we hear about money laundering, every day we hear about meetings, every day
Embezzlement.
we hear about missing money. But at the end of the day, these people are not in prison.
No.
You will never see them in prison. It's either after they've been caught, they pay their bail, they fly out
I
of the
don't
country, go
understand.
straight
Person
to
who
And
carry $800 million, is it $800 billion? They use $500 million naira bill and wetin dey talk?
is the government that we need to held accountable for all those things that is going on. Is if the citizen keep quiet about most of the things, because to us the citizen we're going to feel like it doesn't really affect me, but in the other way it affects us.
a country that has enough funds to do so many things. Now we are now
We have
borrowing.
crude
Now
oil.
we are now borrowing. We don't have money again in our international ports. We now have to start borrowing from China, going for so many countries. Just money, all this money we are borrowing. It means all this money we are borrowing and the money that has been invested out of the country already.
Yes.
Because as of 10 years ago, when Jonathan was saying this, we didn't hear about all this borrowing and borrowing and borrowing and borrowing.
Yeah.
Everybody were seeing, money was in the purse. We were seeing this money. In as much as the corruption was there, then people were stealing, but most of this money have been spent in the country. Now those that are stealing this money
It
now,
wasn't
they
it
won't spend
wasn't
it here. They
even
will have to
much
take their money and
then.
run out of the country to spend. But if you spend it here, they will have where this money comes from.
Exactly.
Country is really in shambles, I tell you.
We really need a better leader for
How much
Nigeria.
money is magic? Like you can't take accountability of what? Oh God.
We need a better leader for Nigeria. Moving on, power stagnant at 4,500 megawatt despite $3.23 billion loan.
Hmm.
Nigerians' electricity generation has continued to hover around an average of 4,500 megawatts, despite the country securing loan total over $3.23 billion in about 4 years from international financial institutions. The global institutions such as the World Bank, the African Development Bank, and the Japan International Cooperation Agency have supported the power sector with billions of dollars in loans, but many parts of Nigeria still suffer incessant blackouts.
It's just like a normal story we hear. This
Every day.
electricity has issues has always been a problem in this country. We are one to the extent that those that are giving birth to those new generations that are coming in, they are now familiar with the word of NEPA,
Yes, of Nepal.
it's something we've been hearing for a long time. I don't know when it will actually end in this country where we'll never hear that word of NEPA.
There's going to be like 247, like a
I,
whole year. There
I
won't
don't
there
know.
won't be a blink. Like the NEPA will, but at the same
We
time,
are more than 60 years old, I guess. Nigeria is more than 60 years old, and we can't boast of
One thing.
one thing that is stagnant in the country. We
That
can't
is
boast of one
stable.
thing that's stable in the country. You
In
can't boast of
particular.
good road. You can't boast of good electricity. You can't boast of nothing. Things that we even have that God has actually given us that we are benefiting from. You can't really boast of it. Good oil, you can't boast of it. Because
farmland.
Petroleum
Let's
sef.
talk about the farmland that most farmers
Petroleum.
are scared of.
nothing we can
Actually,
really boast of that we can say we are number one for in
We
the
are
world.
always
we are the
importing from
giants of
outside.
Africa.
We are
Giants. We're not
giants
giants of
now.
Africa.
We are
Stop
giants
it.
of
Stop
Africa.
it. Which
Our
giants?
We
currency,
should still
our
give them.
currency has gone down below in the world now. In Africa, there are over 140 something countries in Africa. Nigeria currency is now down to 90 something. Our currency value is now down to 90 something. Just imagine we call ourselves giants of Africa. Our currency does not have value again in Africa.
Wow.
Other people just come do whatever they like and go keep.
Because there's no judgment for all this thing, all this atrocity that is being committed, both the terrorists, the government, the leaders, and all that. They go scot free.
You know that about who know this about Ghana. Ghana obviously that Ghana always have this issue with light. We are the ones supplying light to Ghana.
Especially Benin Republic.
Even Ghana, Benin was not Benin just came out about I think a year ago or 2 years ago. We've been supplying light to Ghana for over 5 years now. With our county down. Our dam. We've been supplying light to them for over 5 years now. And Ghana are boasting of now they will boast of
247 lights.
there was a video I saw about Ghana and Ghana versus Nigeria on TikTok. I saw this video about this challenge about Ghana versus Nigeria. The guy was showing the Nigerian guys were showing how many richest men we have in
Ghana
Nigeria. The
and
guy showed
Nigeria.
his own. So he asked how many jollof rice and Ghanaian rice the rice. This one showed Ghana. Then the Ghana guy was like 24 hours electricity. Nigerian, you know, they came to Nigeria. What to say? Imagine the Ghana guy like giving like an hour posting of 24 hours night.
Exactly.
Nigeria
Yeah.
is just not ready to do anything, sincerely.
We
Um,
have all these
We
things.
have everything,
We can
but
actually sit down
they
and
don't
be
want to
nice
do
to ourselves
anything.
and make things work. But
exactly.
everybody in that position have still. If you
They
The
are
give,
not stealing,
leaders,
they are
the
greedy.
leaders there
They are not stealing, they are
are
greedy.
selfish,
Self-centered.
if
are
you take
self.
a pastor, if you take a pastor
Self-centered.
to that position, the pastor will do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Because the people surrounding those people
Are
will
bad
always
people.
will
They
always
are the
give you
bad
that
eggs.
they will give you that idea of
Do it now, nothing
And
will
if
happen.
you want to remain
and if
there
you don't do
forever.
it, they will chase you away from there. No time.
They will give you reasons to do it. They will frustrate you to the reason that you don't have any choice.
Mm-hmm.
Why would someone spend over a billion naira to campaign for a position? That is when you will know that anybody going into politics are
Without
getting just
money.
through money. You spend
Exactly.
almost a billion naira to campaign. Okay, what's that your essence? What's that the reason of spending 1 billion naira? If you are not going there to see more than 5 billion naira.
They know there's money there. It's Nigerian. There's money there. Money is
That's
being
why those that
generated every
they don't
day.
want to live again. It's a
Money is being
generational thing.
generated every day. So if you're going there, you know that whatever you spend in campaign, you're
Don't
going
worry,
to
you will
get.
They
see it
will
back.
assure you that you will see times 10 of it and you
Hundred
don't get it.
folds.
Exactly. Let's
Tell me.
let's move on. Lagos female teacher remanded for assaulting 3-year-old pupil. A 45-year-old teacher, Stella Nwandigo, has been remanded by the Oba Chief Magistrate Court on Thursday for assaulting a 3-year-old pupil of Chris Mitul Primary School in Ikorodu area of Lagos. A viral video on Wednesday showed Nwadibo slapping the toddler at interval for not learning to write numbers fast.
Imagine that hot slap. Oh Jesus!
If it was an
I saw the
adult,
video. My body shake.
If that slap were to be on my face, I will have changed it for the teacher.
But
Because that slap that small child received. I was just
just
imagining him having
one
that.
of that slap on an
if
adult
I
face.
tell you that that child has been receiving the slap,
For a long
but
time.
because immediately he was slapped, he did not shake, he did not move, he continued what he was saying. If it is another child that was not beaten before, the child will cry. This
Yeah.
baby did not cry.
Yeah,
He did not.
it seems like he is already
It
used
is
to this.
exactly what I'm trying to
And
say.
the
He
child
was
the
used
child
to
the child
it.
even knows that if he or she if he cries that thing, the
Another
woman will
beating.
beat.
Another
But the
beating will
funniest
come.
part is why watching the video, there is a woman sitting beside
No, it was
that
it
teacher.
wasn't not a woman, it was a man.
It was even a man that was sitting beside that teacher.
That man
And
that
the
was
man was
sitting
still
there,
pressing phone.
that man that was sitting there needs to be
Pressing
arrested
phone. He
also.
was pressing phone.
Because I see
Like,
him on
She
an
claimed
office.
that the child was hers.
I don't understand.
There was a man sitting if
The man
you
was
watch
sitting
that
beside
video,
that
there was a
woman
man sitting beside
and he
that
was
woman.
pressing phone, busy
He was saying he's sitting
pressing
the
his
slap.
phone.
She says the child was hers. That like it was a discipline, but that was
Yeah.
violence
It
on
was
a
too much.
3-year-old child. It was like it was kind of
The
abuse.
child got used to it because he did not move his body. Me itself, I was watching, my phone almost
I
dropped
think
when I was watching
the
it.
human needs to face
And you
the
know
needs
the
to face the law. It will only to serve as an example to
To
other
all
to other
teachers.
teachers.
this thing is actually common
It's common
In
everywhere,
Nigerians
almost everywhere.
educational institute. It's very very common that you see some teachers that I don't you if you need to teach kids, you need to have tendency in
You
you.
should
You
teach
need
them
to
with
have
love.
you need to teach them. You need to have love in your heart because if you can't tolerate some of the things those children are doing, like kids will be kids because some of them don't even know that you need to go come, but they just wanted to walk up and down. Unless you teach them with love, kindness,
No matter what, now you know how you gave birth to the
No,
child.
because
It might be because of the hatred in you, or probably the hatred you have for the father, or the hatred you have for the family member. Now why they use that?
to
No.
actually teach a child is very very complex. There are so many ways to teach a child. There are some child they teach there are some child that learn orally. Some learn practically.
Some are even slow learners.
Yeah, there are some
Some
slow
are
learners,
slow
there are fast
it's not
learners.
learners. The
They
way you
are
teach a
not
slow learner is
equal.
different from the way you teach a fast learner. Some
Mm-hmm.
people you tell them something, they grab immediately. While
Yeah.
some people you tell them, it takes them time to
Like
learn,
an
to
hour or
understand
two.
it. It's the way you calm down and teach them. That child alone, the way she was slapping that child, I tell you, there's nothing you tell that child that enters that child brain.
Exactly.
Because the brain is not settled at that moment. You told the child to 61, 62. A child at that age, you don't expect the child to know all the things. You can't use your own
Take it
brain,
step by
you can't
step.
compare your own brain with the brain of that child. The brain of that child is very, very little.
There's even a medical term that even an adult can be on a stage that she cannot even recognize words, numbers, or even put them
Some
together. So
If you
it's
teach,
not
sometimes
something
when I count money, I make mistake. I make
that
mistake with
is
numbers.
that is too
if you
hard.
teach a child with love, to be sincere, child IQ, it is high than the adult one.
This is problem
The
we always
child
have.
IQ is very high than the adult
This is
one.
problem
So
we
there is
have.
no way you
Yeah.
teach a child that they will not understand. It depends
Just
on
give
the
them
hand.
time.
It depends on how you teach them that they will understand.
Apart from how you go teach the child, it depends on the teacher. Most of all these private schools, the kind of teachers they accept, they don't accept teachers that have that teaching quality. No, most of the teachers they don't have teachers training. Most of them don't. They didn't go to.
They don't have passion for it.
They don't
At
know, some
all.
of them don't have passion. They didn't go to education school. They don't know how to interact with children, how to interact with students. That's the most of them will just post teachers wanted outside, qualified teachers. You just
Maybe
tell
How
them.
much is the salary?
ATIT.
It will be
It's because they can't
manageable.
pay quality teachers to come and teach. They will just imagine that woman, looking at that woman alone, it tells that she's not a qualified teacher. She's probably a mother at home that
She feels
feels
like
that
she's
can't be
tired
just
of
sitting at
staying at
home.
home.
Let her just pay
She
for a
needs
job
to
to do.
work.
Just put her there. That woman, the way I see that woman, she can't teach four students or probably five or six. If you give that, okay, let's give that woman a mathematical question of probably six or probably let's
No,
even go serious, probably
maths,
six
maths,
questions.
maths is too much. Just come down to English.
Just give her a
Or
probably she
English
was
level
teaching
is
maths
still
now.
hard in some.
Numbers
She
and
was
maths.
teaching math.
Give her a
I
probably
know
six
she
questions
was
if she can do it.
teaching maths,
If she can't do it,
but
then
she's just taking the simpler one, like the numbers
if
and
I
all
if I
that.
was to be the judge handling her case, I would just give her some
Questions.
equations. Yeah, solve
Solve
it.
it.
You can't solve it.
I'll
Ah,
slap you.
Oh my god. But well, it just has to be. Let's take today's top story from Vanguard. We must pray for Apebelo, Tinubu, others to avoid disobedience to the word of God. The president of the Nigeria Agro-Cooperative Society, (NACS), Mr. John Mayaki, has urged Nigerians to persistently pray for the president of the country, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Akpabio, among others leaders, asking for the divine wisdom and guidance to govern effectively. Speaking in Benin City during a meeting with the state executive, Mayaki says it is the responsibility of Christians to pray for all leaders, regardless of political affiliation, and to do otherwise is to disobey the word of God.
well, it's there is sense to what the Nigerian Agro Corporation Society has come out to say, but I will say let us it's paid out. This is what they use.
Call a spade a
Let's call
spade.
it spade a spade. All these
Yes,
things we are doing, it will help our country. But if
The
exactly.
you
prayer
keep
when you don dey pray
if you
nko.
keep saying all these things,
It's might possible that the new prayer that we are
Stop
leading
it.
now might help the
let me
government.
Stop
tell
it.
you,
If they will change,
any
they will change.
any person that goes through campaigning, goes through primaries, from primaries to campaigning for a particular position, there's the person does not have a free mind. You can't tell me you that wants to become a governor of a particular state you start praying for you. What about the evil you've done in the past?
No,
Or the evil is about to
those
do.
are past tense, okay? They
It's
are
about
now
to.
leaders, okay?
Oh.
They are now leaders, and then they needed our support and prayer to actually help them stand on that position. Because I don't understand the reason why you actually wanted to go for a position, you wanted to lead the people, and then you still wanted the prayer to actually tell you this is what you have to do for the citizen, this is what you have to do for the citizen. This is not fair. You, it's just as if that you are trying to like how will I say it, put this kind of a fear in the Christian body that okay, they are doing something wrong for not praying for the leaders where they have to do the right thing.
It's obvious that the Nigerian Agro Cooperative Society are part of the campaigning team that supported our Opabody for him to become
That supported this present administration of APC.
because if they are not, they won't come outside. Why did they come outside during the last person that was there? They didn't come outside during that time. Now they have to come outside. They are just saying this just for the governor of Edo State to see it and like okay, oh,
They are
I
doing
saw I
something.
saw I saw you who you are supporting
My campaign, my
my administration.
administration.
It's a normal propaganda we will say every time. I don't
Continuously.
know why we Nigerians and we are not tired of
We
seeing
are
the
too
same
emotional
thing.
when it comes to religious
See,
politics
we are not
and
tired of seeing the same thing
tribalism.
every time.
When it comes to all this, we are too emotional. If someone is going to be like, it's not supposed to be this way about religious all the time, then that is when you have people that is coming out to tell you that religious has been this, it has done this for me, it has done that for me. When you talk about politics, they're going to take it into tribal. They're going to take it emotionally that it's because it's not your tribal person that is there now. That is why you don't know how hard it is to be in this position. We, if we are voting someone there, we are not voting them there to actually be emotional or try to rule with tribe, that this is my tribe.
Tribalism.
We are one Nigeria and then it has to be so. If it's not so, then the country is already dividing. It feels like this administration is not favoring this part or is not favoring this part. That we should keep praying for our leaders when things are not done right. Okay, that is a good one. Let's move on. NBS to include prostitution, other illegal activity in the GDP calculation. The National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) yesterday says that the illegal and the hidden activities like prostitution and drug peddling will now be included in the calculation of the country gross domestic product (GDP). Meanwhile, NBS has proposed 2019 as a new GDP base year and 2024 a new base year for inflation competition.
I don't really understand what the National Bureau of Statistics has come out to say. Now they are saying they want to add
Prostitution.
um,
Drugs, peddling, and
drug peddling and prostitution into the country's GNP.
GDP.
I don't even know where this idea is coming out from. But
and
are we trying to promote prostitution in the country and all this illegal activity? Because if you start extorting money from these people, um, telling them this is their tax.
That means they are
This is their,
illegal.
no, apart from being illegal, they are illegal. They know that because they made it out to us that other illegal activities into the
Imagine
GDP
illegal
calculation.
activities and you want to be collecting tax. Something is supposed to eradicate.
That means they'll start collecting tax from armed robbers, start collecting tax from drugs of smugglers,
Kidnappers sef.
kidnappers, and are we trying to are we trying are we trying to recommend all these things to the public because now we start having so many people now going into position.
maybe they wanted to bring out the total numbers of actually people that you might actually see some people and then they'll tell you that my hands are clean, but when you're going to feel like there's a total percentage of maybe 30% or 40% of the Nigerian citizens that are into the illegal activities, then you're going to feel like maybe because some people might actually wanted to like hide it that they are not into this while they are actually into it.
Let me tell you, the government know those that are in charge of this, those that are into position business. They
Some
know.
of them are even their leaders.
They know. Most of them won't have shares into all these things. Most of them are the one kidnapping,
Giving
smuggling
informations
in
out.
ladies from different countries and using them for human trafficking. Most of them know all these things. Most of all these government officials know all these things. But they won't call names out. Most of all these places they go to, like the boss, they go there and like because they have to do it. If there are so many words outside whistleblowers have been in a particular area, you just have to go there. After going there, you hear that in the next 3 or 4 months, it is already working back again. It's normal, it's a normal thing in the country. It's normal every day. But the fact that Nigeria has taken this to themselves to want to add this into the GDP of the nation, I promise so many things are still yet to unfold that we don't know.
Exactly.
So many.
Let's move on. Insecurity. Nigerians lost loved ones, shed tears, now live in fear. The Nigerian police force, being the lead security agency in the country, suffered a devastating blow, with 140 policemen losing their life in the line of duty in the Federal Capital Territory alone in the year 2024. The military was not spared, as evident in the ambush on April 19, 2024, where six brave personnel, two officers and four soldiers lost their life in Karaga village, Niger State, as well as other killing witnesses in the northeast, southeast, and south-south region of the country.
Well, well, my condolences to all who have lost their family members. It's a sad one because it's one of the highest things we've had of police officials and security and military officers. 140 people.
Policemen.
Yeah. Both police and the soldiers, all of them, 140
Security
security
personnel.
personnel that died in just 1 year. It's very, very bad. But I mean, what I will have to say is the families of these people, if the government has something down for them already, if it's retirement or debt, I don't know if they call it debt gratuity or something,
Yes.
you should try give their family because most of them are really devastated like this. Most of all these families,
They have fled from their
people that
hometown.
no,
Exactly.
apart from that,
People
most
that
of
even
these
died, they
families,
might be the breadwinner of
they
the
are
family.
those that died are actually the breadwinners of the family. So if there's any way government can come in
Really help them.
to help the family,
Those
and it's really well.
the ones that now lives in fear about this insecurity of Nigerian is we have been talking about it since the beginning of this year. And then we still wanted to plead with the government like this insecurity really needs to come to an end because the Nigerians can't keep on losing people every day. Even though that when the news come around that some in a part of Nigeria some group of terrorism attacked a village or killed dozens of people and then the other part of Nigeria still wanted to move on. This is not supposed to be so. This insecurity really need the government like how we like the government actions on it. It needs to stop because some farmers now are scared to go to their the
Not
farmland.
only farmers, everybody in particular.
If this continue, how many more? We are already in the inflation of Nigeria, and then we are still going to get deep into it.
To sleep sef you can't sleep. Na one eye you dey use sleep, open one eye. Always dey on guard. But
Let's move on. Japa, Nigerians faces massive Schengen visa rejection report. The Nigerians are facing significant visa rejection for intending travelers to the Schengen nation amidst the growing rate of administration to the developed countries. Half of all visa applicants to the destination by Nigerians were rejected. This Japa of a things has actually come to a point that not even just before you're going to hear that I'm traveling to the USA, I'm traveling to Canada, but right now, any country that they are going to browse about that they know that the economic is good, Nigeria is ready to move down there.
japa
See,
japa.
I will not blame anybody that has decided to leave the country or to further to look for greener pastures outside Nigeria because
The
if
state we are now.
Nigeria sef is not
see,
helping.
most people in this country they don't have who is going to back them up. Most of the average man in Nigeria doesn't have someone that will say, okay, this is the person I will lean on. This is the person that can help me get to this stage. Most people that are in the higher places, most of all these politicians, family members, their relatives are the ones enjoying this
The rich
government.
are oppressing the poor.
And those that come from a poor background, just imagine someone that his or her father is in the village or is a farmer and is struggling to finish the education and he or she finds his or herself in the city You're trying to make a living for yourself. You God bless you. You have a small business you are doing, and you're now taking one day one politician will just come here. Let me help you. And you will not see that. It's only in Hollywood movie you see that kind of thing. That you see somebody will be passing, just like the girl, you carry the girl from one place, take her to marry her, fly her to abroad, this and that, the girl will now come back. So it doesn't work in real life anymore. Most of these people now, what they think now is they just save up, get their visa, go out of the country. Most of Nigerians outside the country, they are not living fine, but they prefer being out of that place.
At least there's peace of mind.
Most of them will go sleep under the bridge.
There's
Most of them,
security.
There's security,
most of
peace
them,
of
most of
mind.
them do begging on the streets outside Nigeria. But they feel if they are there, there is more opportunity for them to move higher.
Yeah.
Someone that can leave Israel village and come to the city, started with swore to somebody, grow up. If the person use that kind of opportunity outside the country, no person will have opportunity.
And the latest Harley Global Mobility Report, January 2025, published by the Harley and Partners, indicate that out of 10,105,926 Schengen visa applications submitted by Nigerians in 2024, 42,940, representing 40.8% of the total applicants were rejected. That is almost like 50%.
Yeah, you won't blame them because if a particular country is having a request on visa request in a particular country,
Population is too much.
even the government of those countries will be like, we're having more, so let's keep have a good checkup on these people because most people out of the 105,000 people that have gone for this, let me tell you, you still see criminals inside. You see smugglers also there. You see the good people there. You see the bad people
Bad
there. You
people
see
there.
people that have different intentions. So the government cannot just allow people coming into their country like that without having a good checkup on them. And most of these people that are being rejected are those that don't have complete papers. Those that don't have money in their hands, and because most countries will always check your account balance and the general inflow of your account and how much your account can be able to just manage someone that wants to go to the UK now. You've not seen 5 million naira before and say you want to travel to the UK. The US will not allow, they won't give you the visa because your account will should be able to see more than the
5
tickets,
million.
money for tickets, like times two of it. That's why most of people that want to go and school outside the country, you will have somebody that tell you, okay, let me put so amount to your account. When you get it, send it back to me. It's just for them to be able to fly out the country.
On this japa of a thing that anyone that actually traveled out of Nigeria now, they are not ready to come back. No one,
Opportunity comes
they
with
won't want to come back because at the state of Nigeria right now, people are, even those that don't even, they are praying for it that they should actually leave the country.
Who wants to come back?
At least the toilet they are washing there. Some people use washing of toilet to live there. They see it as rubbish here in Nigeria. And then they are making a lot.
When you work there, you are being paid per hour.
Yes,
Not in this country that you work.
A month sef na no go see your salary collect.
there's still going to be a salary. And let's move on. Mass adoption. Southeast tops ransom payment accounts for 40% nationwide. The southeast region of the country witnessed a surge in violence perpetrated by the separate group enforcing sit-at-home order, which essentially attack Nigerian sovereignty with the infantry and errant disregard for constituted authority. The alarming situation escalated on November 18, 2024, when unknown gunmen launched simultaneous attack on Abetete and Upo community in Anambra State, leaving a trail of destruction and death, including 3 vigilantes members and an innocent citizen. The Southeast, and they are, how will I say, the decision that they wanted to just separate themselves from the Nigerian is something that the government are trying that they should not separate themselves. There's their leaders has been in police custody for some times now, and then it does that has to lead to terrorism like kidnapping and all that in the state, because I don't understand.
Well, the sit-at-home order has been in existence for almost a year now. And the main motive of that cartoon has been something that a group of people have come together and say, okay, oh, this is what we want and this is what they want the government to do for them. And the government has not been able to hear their plea. So they decided, okay, oh, for the government to be able to hear them, they have to have this order. And if you go to the east, almost everywhere in the east, every almost every Monday, you don't go out almost every Monday. They sit at home order. If they see anybody walking around on Monday or you open a shop, you can probably walk around probably your street to street. You are saying opening selling or something, selling something around, you open your shop. There are this factor of people that will just come there, beat you up, take you away, close your shop. So it's something I think I don't know what they are really fighting for is
This decision, they wanted to
they
separate
want
them.
to separate here and it's something they've been advocating for a long time and I think the government needs to hear them. There's
The
so many
government would wanted them to separate from the Nigeria because this.
it's something that has happened in so many countries. I don't think it's a big deal. England also had this issue also. They separated. Now we have Wales, we have Scotland, we have the Ireland also. Even the Koreans who have done that. We have South Korea,
And
North
is
Korea.
North
Everybody has.
Korea.
It's not a big deal to me. To me, I don't see that's a big deal, but it's due to the selfish interest that most politicians and most government uh, administrations have that make them look. They know that there's this thing they came from the particular side of the east. I know that if they separate, it really affects other part of the country. And what I tell you that the east have they have so many things to benefit from this. Now most of the parts of the east have their own airports. Something that you can just allow them. Let's just say from third mainland bridge and sorry from the what's the name of this bridge that divides Asaba and Anambra State. There's a bridge that divides Anambra and Asaba State.
Yeah, I think it's this. How
Uh,
will I call it?
there's a bridge that divides Anambra. If the government can decide, okay, well, this part of this bridge is Nigeria, this part, it's very easy. It happens so many places. I've seen a country whereby just few kilometers or few towns just separate
Later.
them, just few meters separate them. It happens. I don't know what the Nigerian government have said that make them believe that this can really happen. But to me, oh, in my own say, I believe it's something that can happen. We are
Well,
not fighting each other. It's just for the separation.
and it should be done peacefully instead of
Peacefully,
instead
without
of
having
there
issues.
being killing themselves and then war at that. It's something that needed to be just done peacefully. Give them their own
They call it Republic of Biafra.
yes, Republic of
They
Biafra.
just want their own country. It's something they can work on and get with.
The government can just agree to it. They don't want it to be ruled by different leaders every 4 terms or 4 tenor and then maybe 8 tenors while the others would be like,
And
it's
and
my
and,
turn or
and,
it's our turn.
and there are so many things I've seen in the Biafra system that if this is really accepted, there are so many changes that will come that the other part of Nigeria will also see that and they know that since these people are separated from the country, if you go to places like Akwa Ibom, you go to Enugu, you go to there's some kind of structures you see there that like, is this really in Nigeria?
The, the,
Their
the,
roads
the,
now are
the,
very
the
nice.
Southeast are actually trying
They are
on
really
most
working.
of.
Their roads. When I come to the west, I come to the north, that you see that they have bad roads. In the east, most of their roads now are very. The only place you go to in the east, you see a bad road,
It's the
probably
village.
inside the village part or inside the streets or particular street, a street that is not well. The main road, the state roads and the federal roads are almost everything are tiled, patched and tiled. You come to I don't want to mention more names, sir. You just move on.
Well, as we come to the end of today's show, I want to thank you for joining us on the breakfast show today. I've been your host, Bella, and be sure to join us again tomorrow. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a blessed day. Love you.